Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Sat Sri Akal, Vanakkam, Adab Arze, Namaste, Kem Cho, and welcome to the Alienware Game Victorious India tournament for the League of Legends. If you've been playing LoL and you're a MOBA fan, guys, this is where you have to be. We are giving daily cast. This is a big tournament that is there. Real prize money, close to $3,000 that is available. This is not something that you go ahead and win at the arcade. This is something that you go ahead and win in an elite tournament in India. This is where the action is, guys. And now this is game 2. We are going to be presenting to you something really interesting. There's a big matchup coming today, but I'm not going to do this alone. No, sirree. This is all about working with a team. If 5 people can go ahead and play together as a team, I have with me Prateek. Hi, Prateek. What's up? Tell us how you feel about the next game.
Hello, it's a pleasure to be passing with you, Akshat. And we see here it's Nemesis versus EDX. Their full form is Enigmatic Drug Xanthide. We saw the last match. They were against Beaver Boys, and they just overturned the whole match into victory for their team. And this matchup should be really interesting because Nemesis has been dominating their first round, and so does EDX. So let's see how does this match fare up again.
Cool. So just introducing you who is playing first. We have in the blue corner traditional Lee Sin being played by Juiced, Varus being played by Sambhav, Golden Alistar playing by Vaz, Noxus Hunter and Eva being played by Annoying Troller, Volibear by Happytron, and in the purple corner we have Vagar being played by Evil Dead, Korki being played by Zuzuona, Olaf being played by Brutality, Malphite being played by Zarkus, and Lulu being taken by Babu Lalgon. What do you think is this something that these guys like playing themselves, or do you think this is some kind of counterpick going here?
One thing I would like to put the focus on is that again, this tournament was accommodating a lot of players from different servers as well. So this qual- have had a accommodation for lower level teams to have not used no runes and no masteries for some of the matches unless both teams agree on using them.
Hmm.
This match, no one is using any masteries, any runes.
Hmm.
So we see a jungler on EDX side, and we don't have any jungler on. I think it'll come whatever fits best because we're gonna see 2 people in top lane and one person on top lane by EDX. So it's gonna be 2 versus 1 situation. It's gonna be interesting to find out what happens.
Mm. And as far as the matchup, as far as the hero picks, do you think that one side looks a little imba right now, or do you think this is a solid pick starting off? This can work in both teams' favor if they play well.
Veigar is a counter for all the mages who use ability power, but right now I only see Anivia, and she has her passive as an egg. When she dies, she turns to an egg, and there's a passive called Rebirth. She gains her full HP back, and a second time she can come back. So I think Veigar is not at all effective against that lineup because no other champion is using ability power, and his damage has been scaled low right there. But Corki versus Varus, he has a lot of mobility, and Varus is a low mobility AD carry. So let's hope Alistar can do a good job protecting while Lulu will be putting on all her slows and shields to protect Corki.
Yeah, well, I hope that happens, guys. If you missed some of the words that Prateek was saying, it's just a bad internet connection. We are facing some packet loss on TeamSpeak, so we are trying to get that fixed. But final question before we jump into the game, and I always like asking this because it's about the pings. If you look at the pings and the latency for Team Blue, it is all across the green, 106, 100, 62, 30, and 114. While for Team Purple, you have 538, 282, 342. So would that go ahead and play any kind of a role in the matchup, or it's okay, it's not that big? So Prateek, what do you think about what I said? Do you think that's going to go ahead and have any effect in the game? We probably lost you, so if you can go ahead and give that input one more time.
Yeah, right now we're just seeing loading screen. Actually, when you go in game, the ping stable down to around 100, so it should be okay.
So guys, that's it. That's what we're going and expecting. It's time to go ahead and jump into the game. I'm really excited. Let's go ahead and jump straight into the game, and we should be ready to go in about 4 seconds. And I think we are ready to go. So Pratik, I'm really excited. This is going to be a good matchup. I think it. I have two feelings about this. I think this might be a game which will be like a 3-hour game, or I think it'll be a 20-minute game. And it's just how the initial matchups go. I have heard Team Blue to be a really, really good team, but we have seen matches where Brutality has played a really, really strong game. He was nearly level 20. He was level 18. He was going and raining fire down. So Team Red is not something which is a little weak. They are EDX, knows how to go ahead and play the game. So, and there you go. Annoying Troller, Juiced, and Happytron are all moving into the middle, and Sambhav and Vaz are also going down. I think there is the first thing. Evil Dead is getting focused down immediately, which is there, and they might just be first killed right up front at the 30-second. 4v1, 5v1, and that was he just was just caught out of position, and a great, great first kill. And they might have second kill. Babulal Ghan is actually getting focused down again also, but no, I think they're fine.
We can see Nemesis stealing their blue straight up and countering Malphite right now. And if Malphite does not get his blue buff, his jungling goes really slow. And without runes and masteries, it's going to be near impossible without his team's help to jungle.
Excellent call again. Team Blue is sitting down. What's the full name for Team Blue? They're Team Nemesis, right?
It's Nemesis, and Team Red is Enigmatic Xanthite. We're going to call them EDX.
Yeah, I think EDX is much more strong. But guys, each of these teams will have their own pages that you should go ahead and check down. Everyone has a team Facebook page. If you like any of these teams, you should become a fan, because guys, this is the best Dota teams in India. They need their fans. They need your help. Go click yes. Go click the fact they like it, because here goes Happytron going and killing and getting some much needed health and running back, and jungling has started.
Again, we see Malphite take out from Olaf to get his red buff, because without blue, he's just going to have a lot of trouble doing a jungle.
Any calls on the item builds? Anything special you see which you'd like to go call out?
Again, sword build on Alistar for Nemesis is the standard Fairy Charm. He's going to rush into Philosophy Stone to get more gold. And you can see him the same mirror build on Lulu. She's going for a Fairy Charm to rush Philosophy Stone. And jungling Malphite has armor, again, standard build. And the rest are boots. And since Lee Sin, Juiced, playing on Lee Sin, got a first blood, he has a Dorn's Blade, which would give him a really good advantage in lane.
Yeah, there you go. And Lee Sin is going to be focusing very, very quickly on going in buildings. Any calls on the people who are playing, the people who are behind? Who is Brutality, do you know? Or Juiced?
I do not personally. I think they are from North American server, especially the Green and play in this tournament, which is really great though.
Yeah.
So both teams are really experienced, and what they do in lanes, basically outplaying each other is the main aim in lanes. The more you can farm and get kills will decide the end result.
Yeah. Well, we are still at the start of the game where we don't have... Well, we might see Evil Dead getting focused down on. He is going to go away with at least 20% of his life, and he'll be fine. But here goes Zuzona. Vaz goes and focus down on him, and he might just go ahead and get out of there. He goes away with 20% of his life left, and Babulal Ghan goes and defends his partner well to go ahead and make sure that he does not get ganked. So while we have time, I wanted to go ahead and ask this question really, really upfront, and I will interrupt if something really bad happens. But I always like to ask this question among the maybe the four big MOBA games, which is HON, Dota, Dota 2, and LoL. Dota always had a farming focus, right? 45-minute games, which is there, similar for HON. Dota 2's encouraged a more pushing style where games are now 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Where do you think is the speciality for LoL in this entire space?
Law is based on teamwork, I think. It's more team strategy, and how you react to what you do is what counts
Well, we're seeing a
as
great
for Law.
Happytron might go ahead and the brutality has slain Happytron, but might also have overextended himself and does fall down. Juiced is now going against Zorkus, and don't worry about that. I'm going to answer that question, but Juiced is now going against, but I don't think this will really go anywhere. Juiced is now trying to run away, but and last, oh, Juiced gets it. That was so cool. But there's a Nothing Troller has also slain Evil Dead. That was so cool. But that was literally Evander Holyfield versus, I don't know, Muhammad Ali. There was punch, 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 counter, counter, and then there was the kill. Juice definitely took down two heroes for the price of one, and that was absolutely. Now he's going to go back home, and I'm going to ask you about what you thought about that, and continue with your answer.
Yeah, so I'm saying Dota is based on farming. You get your carry fed with all the farm and items, you can just destroy the enemy. But in LoL, even if your AD carry gets full builds, and both the teams have full builds, it'll require teamwork to take down each of the enemy teams. A single guy in League of Legends cannot do take down full five team 5 versus 1 like we see in Dota. I've seen champions do that. That's why I'm saying this, but that's how these games are different.
And the team is now running 4v1, 4 kills versus 1. And the guy who's done the most imba damage is Lee Sin. He is sitting down with 3 kills. And as far as the deaths go, the guy who's been against him has been Veigar, and Veigar has been suffering, which is there again. Brutality gets focused down by Juiced and Happytron, but there is go the tower, but they will go ahead and get him just before the tower, and the tower just gets one thing, and now there is a rampage going on by Lee Sin. He is 4-0 up.
Yeah, I think the main focus for Oliver right now is to get Lee Sin as fed as possible. Because Lee Sin's damage mid and early game is just too much to handle for the other team if he gets fed.
Evil Dead is now overextending himself. I do not like the fact there goes the crystal wall. He will go ahead and get killed down because that was actually a great block, and then waiting for him to go ahead and go down a path that was already set for him, which just blew him up, and that is there. The T3 tower at the top is actually getting focused down by Happytron and by Juiced, and should go down. No, there comes support from Brutality, who will go ahead and hold that off.
I'd like to point out one strategy here. Sometimes, even if you're winning your lane, taking down the tower is not the best thing. Because if you can zone out the other guy, you can keep on farming minions and just getting up gold forever without taking the tower down. That's also one of the strategies used by the teams.
Oh, that's a great point. A live tower is sometimes worth more than a dead tower. Go figure. While this is starting, there is a great 2v2 confrontation coming at the top, which is there Zarkus and Brutality going against Juiced and Happytron, but they are just baiting each other, and here there goes the attack, which is there Zarkus takes on Juiced, and here comes Happytron to go ahead and lay down my damage. They're going and focusing on Zarkus right now. Juiced has lost his life. Juiced goes and takes down, which is there, and Juiced will go ahead and probably lose his life for that, and Juiced gets shut down, which is there. That is great. Happytron is now going against Brutality, and this is, I think Brutality is not going to survive that unless he goes there, and Happytron takes down Brutality. So great fight. That was 2v1, and definitely again going in the favor of the Brew team. Nemesis team is going up. Evil Dead tries to go ahead and take down Happytron, but Happytron moves back and should go ahead and go back to his base on a good recall. Oh, again, Annoying Troller goes and focuses on Evil Dead and should be able to go ahead and take him down in one shot. He lives! He lives with less than 5 health, guys. That was great. They tried to go ahead and take him down. That was nearly it. One more second really would have been enough. Sorry, I didn't catch what you said. Say again?
I said that was really close.
Yeah, this is great. And then another confrontation that is brewing up at the bot. Sambhav and Vaz taking on Zuzona. It is 2v2, but there is a tower at the back, and here comes replenishing creeps. Babulal Gon is playing a great support role. He has protected Zuzona last time, if you guys remember. And they are continuously pushing against this. Zarkus is jungling at the top mid. And he will probably need to go ahead and replenish his mana and health sometimes. Happytron is taking on Juiced and Brutality. Brutality is all alone with the tower, which is less than 10% health. He needs his creeps and he needs someone to go ahead and support him, but there is no support, and here comes support the blue support at the top. There he goes. There he goes. There is a 2v3 that is going in, brewing up. Here comes the 2v3. Oh, camera, please. Let's go ahead and focus back here. I'm going to go ahead and change my angle. Here goes the fight. Brutality is getting focused down on Zarkis. Is getting focused down. Zarkis goes down. This is 3v1 here. There goes the wall, which is there. He is walking fast, and there is the T2 tower, which is going to be there. Brutality will, if he comes back here, he will get focused on, but he stays back, and that is going to be sufficient. While that is happening, Evil Dead is being focused down by Annoying Troller, and there goes Brutality. They were just waiting for him to go ahead and go down. Brutality is all alone. Juiced Happytron goes down. Annoying Troller goes and takes one hit from the tower, and Annoying Troller is now going and moving back, and that is going to be fine. There is support coming in from Evil Dead and by Zarkis, but it is all too late.
Turret has been destroyed.
While we're talking about this, Red Team's turret has definitely fallen, and that is, I'm going to figure out where. But Babylol gone and Zuzona are on the bottom. They're not going and supporting anyone. Evil Dead is going and playing against Zarkis. Their Annoying Troller has gone and gone back home, and Happytron is supporting. So that is there. Whew, back-to-back action, man.
On top play, Lee Sin did a really good job baiting Brutality out, while Happytron and Annoying Troller were waiting down there, out of vision range, and they just totally face rolled Brutality up there when he came to try and kill Lee Sin.
Yeah. And that's just talk about patience and map presence. Make sure that he thinks it is 1v1. Make sure that you think he can go ahead and take you. Let him commit. Let him overextend. And that's the time where you go ahead and close the door in your opponent's face to go ahead and make sure that he does not get away with it. Great teamwork, as you are saying. Great action. Vaz is now overextending against he is taking 1v1, 1v2 Zuzona and Babulal Gol. Sambhav goes and supports him. There he goes, which is that Sambhav is losing life. He's down to his last 30%, and Vaz will go ahead and stand in front of him and prevent him going and doing that. The creeps also go ahead and replenish health. Sambhav should be going back. He's low on mana and on health, and that should give enough time for a 2v1 push at the bottom lane. Annoying Troller is going to go ahead and go next to Zarkis. We'll be able to go ahead and take him down if he can go ahead and get 1 or 2 more hits. There goes the wall. He will go ahead and get support. He is down! Annoying Troller is on a rampage. There he goes. He might actually go ahead and go against Evil Dead. Evil Dead might want to go ahead and take down but Happytron is going and supporting. It is 2v2 again, which is that it's 2v3. Evil Dead will fall in. I don't know, but Happytron has overextended. Happytron has overextended. I don't know. Happytron goes and pays for the overextension, which is then Annoying Troller is going to go ahead and Zuzona. Zuzona also goes and dies, but they can go ahead and take down Annoying Troller. Annoying Troller trolled down, and there's the egg. He is going to go ahead and focus down. If they can go ahead and focus on the L, they will go ahead and but the egg goes back, and he has come back to life. That is one of the strongest abilities, which is that when he goes to egg, you have to go ahead and make sure that you go ahead and focus down on him. Brutality and Babulal are now going to go against Juiced and Annoying Troller, but Vaz has come back to support them. This is now 3v2. Whether they can go ahead and get that is going to be extremely interesting. Now it is 3v3. There goes down Annoying Troller. They will go ahead and get him again. Whether they can, yes, but there is Zarkis goes and gets killed, and there goes Juiced is also on a rampage. Babulal is going to go down. That's a double kill, which is there. Whew, guys, this is back-to-back action.
I'd like to point out that Happytron's playing with a teleport, so as soon as he died and came back, he teleported on bot lane.
Red Team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, good point. There is the teleport guy. I had not seen that. That is the great item build to be there. If you looked at that again, that was a 2v1, 3v2 fight, which is there. And I think it's time that blue team starts working together. There are 4 of them together, which is there, but they shouldn't get away together. They need to go ahead and engage on team fights. Evil Dead is there next to the T3 tower, but should be fine. They are waiting for Evil Dead to come in, and there goes. I think Evil Dead knew exactly where they were sitting, and he goes boom, get out of there.
Ping is going on Dragon right now.
Oh, there goes the dragon. There goes the dragon fight. Which,
dragon.
Yeah, so there is 1, 2, 3. Which is there, but while we are seeing that the dragon is being focused down on, the big question is going to be whether Brutality, who's alone against Juiced, will go ahead and get engaged. Juiced is engaged there. Annoying Troller gets to support at the middle while the dragon is being there. Babulal goes and looks at that, which is there. The dragon is being slayed down, but Babulal is all alone. He will go ahead and lose his life. Besides losing the dragon, he needs to get out of there as soon as possible. Sambhav goes and pulls him back. Babulal is now getting focused down. I don't think he will survive. There he goes. He's definitely been killed down. That's a great shutdown, which is there. There is another fight brewing up. Brutality and Evil Dead are there, and so is Zuzona. But here comes Annoying Troller against them. I think Annoying Troller is level 10 versus 2 level 7s. And he can go ahead and focus down. There goes one hit on Brutality. He's also going and waiting there. That's a level. That's a 3v1. Happytron has just come back in. Or I think he's going back. He is going back.
I'd like to point out that the blue buff, which is on either side of the map, it gives around I think 70% or 50% mana regen. So it is very good for the mage casters and meant to have it. So we saw Lee Sin give to Anivia, and now she has endless spam of her abilities, and she can poke all day long.
Ow. And that is going to be really painful. You do not want to go ahead and give Anivia mana. She is already level 10. If you have a quick look at the levels which is there on Team Blue, we have 10, 9, 6, 10, 8. The only guy, 10, 9, 8, sorry, that's fine. 10, 9, 8, 10, 8. While on the Team Purple, you have 9, 8, 8, 7, 6. And Lulu is really lagging behind, nearly 4 levels behind the Lee Sin. And that is getting to be a little over balance. Quick call out on item builds. What do you think is happening?
Wise, we see the gold first, like 7,000 difference. That's huge. So we see Varus with the brutalizer and BF sword. He's gonna be doing so much damage with that, and poke range is immense. And Corky, on the other hand, just has a BS sword. I don't think that's the right choice right now, because for him to poke, he needs a lot of mana. And a good mana item like Sheen should have been better on him though. Veigar is going for Dorn Rings and the GP5 item. Oh, we see a team fight here.
Yeah, there's a huge team fight which is there. We're seeing most of them. Happytron is going to go run away. They will go ahead and focus him down, but he will go ahead and survive because I don't think anyone is there. Juiced has gone back, which is there, but they're all going and focusing down. Sambhav goes and definitely falls down. Whether they can go ahead and focus down on Juiced is I don't know, but the tower is going to go ahead and help because it was 5v2, but there was the tower. Annoying Troller might go ahead and get focused down. They have gone and taken down Evil Dead. There goes the egg. Whether they can go ahead and focus on the egg this time to go ahead and kill it on time is going to be fine or not. I think the egg is going to go down. Zarkus is moving back, but Annoying Troller goes and gets away with it with about 10% health. Zuzona is now getting focused back, and the tower is going to go ahead and come into play and is doing imba damage. Happytron is overextending, and Zuzona goes and definitely takes down Happytron for an overextension, which is there, and Zarkus is going to get scoot out of there. That was a great team fight, but for only a 1v2 kill. And again, I think that went in the favor of the blue team.
Again, back to item. If you see Veigar's items and Anivia's items, there's a difference of like 40 plus 120. I think around 120, 180. That's 100 ability power. That's just huge for the team. And otherwise, Lee Sin's got a frozen mallet that's gonna slow every champion he hits on every auto attack. It's gonna be just too much for the red team to handle right now.
Yeah, there he goes, and just as we were talking about, he gets Mercury's treads to go ahead and make sure that he has higher tenacity and also gets magic resist. As far as the gold form look, Lee Sin is way overboard, 7,500 to his closest competitor, which is actually on his own team, which is Aniva at 6,000.
Yeah, if you see, Sin already has 10 kills. That early game kills he got, won the first blood and 2 kills on top lane. Just get about to snowball into mid game now.
Well, there you go, and you see all the fights. This is a big team fight that is coming up, and it's all down the center. But I don't think this is going to be good for Team Red because their levels are nowhere near as close. And there goes the fight, which is there. But again, they're using the tower as great defense, which is there. There are 2 towers there, remember. They can go ahead and focus down on that. Evil Dead has no mana left. He is overextending. He should see that he doesn't have any mana left. He needs to go ahead and move back. And yeah, maybe he will.
Evil Dead just uses the ultimate on Anivia, doing around like what 300 damage.
Yeah. And Evil Dead is now
getting. That's why he's out of mana.
Yeah, he is, and he needs to go ahead and move back. He is trying to go ahead and move back, but there is enough creep that is coming down, which it keeps on getting pushed. This is great teamwork from Team Nemesis. All 5 are hovering, counting all the experience kills and the gold that is there. They are holding it. The tower is. This is just like hover, hover, hover. They are doing that, but they can. Red cannot really push against it because if they go ahead and just walk past that tower, they will get focused down on, and they cannot take them. While we are talking about this, we do see Evil Dead coming back and with his ultimate, but he has a cooldown that is active. Zarkus is getting focused down on. Zakat is going to fall down. I think, oh, there goes the heal, but Zarkus has definitely taken down. Zambab goes down, and Juiced is getting overextended. I don't think he will move. He has moved back, which is their annoying troller. Goes, and if they can get one more on Aniva, Aniva goes down. Whether they can go ahead and get the egg does not come, and that is there. Vaz is also being focused down on. Brutality will take down Vaz, and that's going to be really good. Evil Dead is again getting focused down on, but it is 2v1. Juiced is now alone. He needs to go ahead and fall back. There goes Brutality. It is going to be 3v1 right now. They will go ahead and take that down, and there's a great shutdown that actually happened. Finally, Team Red takes down a great 4 kills for the price of 1, and they say that we shall not surrender.
I like to point out the mistake Nemesis made here. They were trying to push the tower. They gave enough time for the red team to go back, regen, buy some of their items, and come back. And with full HP, full mana, they could just fight back and get some kills out.
Yeah, great call there, which is because this was one push which was denied, and they moved back. And this is what happens when you fight. Military strategists will tell you this is what happens when you go ahead and fight all the way away from home. You get no resupply. Happytron is going to go and look at 3 heroes there and says, I'm probably going to get out of there. That is not going to be a good fight. Again, good map presence. Being a hero is not about just running headlong into fights that you cannot win. It is about getting into fights that you can win. And they will go ahead and jungle well and go ahead and get a couple more kills. Again, full team fight, no cooldown. All cooldowns should be active. Zuzona goes and sets it up as an active deny so that Zuzona does not go ahead and get into and doing that. The dragon is getting focused on by Team Blue. Team Blue. And there is no replenishment, which that should be.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
And while that happens, they are now trying to go ahead and focus down. So the entire blue team working together, all 5 of them in the bot lane. And entire team red is 1 guy is jungling and 3 of them in the middle. Where's the last guy? Oh, there he is. Babulal is now going to come back to bottom. I think there's a full rotation going on from middle to bottom, and they should have a full confrontation that should be active. Everyone's moving down. There is 5v4 kind of a situation right now. Happytron is sufficiently okay. Everyone's got their full mana. Everyone's going to be there. This is big fight coming up, guys. This is the big fight. You would not know this is Monday Night Combat. This is everything that you ever wanted. Prateek, why don't you go ahead and take this flight? I need to take a breather.
Yeah, sure. We see poking going on. Poking, usually the long range champions try to poke down the enemy team so that they go down in HP and the other team has more advantage. But we see Anivia going down into the egg form, and now the team should be poking down Anivia to kill her. But she is successfully back to her original form, and now Anivia's egg timer is down for 5 minutes, so if Anivia gets killed, she's dead for good.
Yeah.
Again, we see Nemesis backing from EDX because they know that they do not have enough HP and mana to fight right now. It's a good call by Nemesis.
All these guys are now going to stay in the shrub to go ahead and be invisible. There goes the ward to go ahead and see, but there are 2 wards there. 1 ward sees the other, so both of them are sufficiently capable of seeing what is really happening in that situation. And they will go ahead and rotate back to the right. There's a ping going on, which is there. Both blue team is now, I think the full replenishment cycle is happening for Team Blue. Vaz is moving back. Annoying Troller is moving back. And I think they will all replenish. I believe this game is moving into what I believe should be the last bit, because this is 2010. If you look at the goal differences is 8. I think Team Red needs to go ahead and really go ahead and make it count. They need to work better as a team and push down the middle, take a lane, push it. If you were Team Red, would you push bottom?
No, I would never ever push bottom at this stage. If you push bottom, you leave Team Nemesis open to take Baron. That's just a bad thing for your team. And now, if I was Team Red, I would try de-ward any wards placed by Team Nemesis and camp in the jungle, wait for them to come to us. Also, another thing, if you see, the 80 carry on Nemesis has 140 minion kills, while Corki has 84. That's almost twice. That's huge difference.
That is something very valid which is there. And as far as gold farmed, while we're talking about this, let's just look at a quick gold farm. 9,000. It's over 9,000. I always wanted to say that. So Lee Sin goes to go ahead and get about 9,000 gold. While we going and looking at the other side, we have closest as Olaf at about 7,000. No one on team red. Well, purple, but red. Yeah, that's why I was getting confused. Team Nemesis is less than 5,000. Well, about Alistar is about 5,000. But on the other side, you see at least 3 people at about 5,000. You have Corki at about 5,000, Malphite at 5,000, and Lulu. And that definitely makes a huge difference in this game. And that's just because of the kills, the three towers that have fallen.
If you see damage dealers for Team Nemesis, oh, they're going for Baron right now.
Yep.
This might be a team fight. Team EDX approaching towards that. They certainly have vision, so Team Nemesis is going to back off. They do not want to take Baron damage as well as team damage.
Well, Babulal is going to go
Lulu
and
might get picked.
Yeah, he does. I think he is going, and he has gone and.
But Lulu's ultimate saves her.
Yeah, and it's going and scooting out of there as soon as possible, which is there. And there goes the shot, which is there. But that is down to Babulal is not going to survive. And there's going to be a big fight, which is there. There's definitely 1-1 on both sides that is happening. Xerxes is getting focused down. Xerxes is gone. And they will go ahead and focus down on Brutality and on Annoying Troller. Brutality also goes down on a double kill. You are going and looking at a big fight. Zazuza is also going to go down. And he will or not go down. He does go ahead and survive. You have to go ahead and look at Zazu on A, which is there. Evil Dead does definitely go down on an overextension. And Zazuan has gone back, so the whole team actually is going to go back and they will go and revive and start going and moving back. There's only 2 people alive on right now, Babulan and Zazuan, and the T2 tower has also gone and fallen. While we're talking about this, all 5 are alive for Team Nemesis, although we have Varys as with very little mana left, and they're now just going and replenishing and going and moving back. Rotation coming in, all 5 now. Evil Dead is still about 4 seconds away, and they're now going and pushing.
So I was saying that damage leaders on Nemesis are Varus, Lee Sin, and Anivia. If EDX does not focus Varus and Lee Sin down quickly, they're probably going to have trouble in every team fight. And as we've seen, Volibear and Alistar have so much CC, even they just go in there and die, disrupting the enemy team. They know that the other 3 people on their team have enough damage to finish the rest of them off.
Well, actually, this is a great time for me to ask you a very technical question. I know what I've always wanted to go ahead and figure out in a good LoL game or even any MOBA game. Do you spam your ultimates as soon as you get into a team fight, or do you focus your ultimates on another player? What should you do? The best players will. Let me just finish that question. So most good players will say you need to go ahead and figure out who your opponent is. You need to go ahead and figure out who's the damage dealer and micro that. But do normal people, say in India, go and focus on a spam? Just say QWE, press everything. 1, 2, 3, 4.
As far as I know, my team, this did not happen. We actually do look at the enemy builds and decide, okay, if this guy is doing the maximum damage, he needs to be taken down first. So right now, let's take example of this match going in front of us. Alistar and Volibear, they have so much crowd control. They can just rush in, pick out the champion who's doing the maximum damage and disrupt him. And while Varus and Anivia can just rain down hell on that champion and just finish him off quickly. So if, there are 2 things. In a team fight, you would want to focus on the maximum damage dealer. But if someone else alone, you want to finish him off as soon as possible.
Excellent point. Again, an excellent comment. I always believe that there is a very thin line between the great teams and the really good teams, and I always believe it's the little things that make the difference at the top. I don't just spam powers, make sure you go ahead and do that. Don't go with a standard build. Go with a build that can go ahead and literally deal damage to the opponent. Play the match. Don't play the game. You know, if that's, I don't know whether that makes sense. While we are doing that, Zazu now is just going.
Wonderful kick by Lee Sin taking
Yeah.
down Corky. That is just amazing play by him.
While they are going in, and
Nasher.
Nasher has gone down, and they made sure that someone who's at the top also comes down and says, that's 2 for the price of 1. And that was a great play that was there from Team Nemesis. Team Nemesis literally showing what a good team combination that they are doing.
They're picking up mid, straight up pushing mid, and this might be the last push. If EDX might have a chance, if they fight under their turret, they might still win this team fight, but with the Baron buff, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, well,
Olivia's pushing on the right side with Vagar
and
away from the tower. It's going to be either way now.
well, the annoying goes down into the egg. That is definitely going to be going down. Zerkis is also getting focused down on the tower. Whether Zerkis is going down, yes, Happytron has definitely taken down. Sumbubs doesn't have any life. He will also go down. Babilol has also gone down, which is there. But you have to understand, Team Blue has basically taken the entire thing except Zazuan. They're going and pushing on Zazuan. They're absolutely ignoring the home towers. And it was literally going to be base attack at that level, which is there. Now they need to go ahead and get out of there, but there is literally no one left to go ahead and have. Zazuan is trying as one. And there goes the ace. The entire team has gone down. I don't think they should go ahead and last, guys. I would actually GG right now, but I think the team will go ahead and try and focus on. But I don't think they will survive. They still have 10 seconds to go. Evil Dead is coming down. He is going and moving back home, and this is just fun time for Team Nemesis now.
And they're just taking down the Nexus without any competition.
There you go.
Amazing play by Lee Sin especially. Releasing 13-2.
Yeah, the 13-2 against a team which we just saw in the last game playing exceptionally well. MVP definitely goes to him. I would actually say one of the people who goes, and Lulu definitely didn't really go ahead and perform really well. 0-4 and 7 in the game. So, guys, I hope you loved that game. Again, Prateek, this was phenomenal casting with you, and we'll be back tomorrow for the next game, and we will see you guys next time.